riskiest places for natural disasters, and you guessed it, LA taking the top spot. The new National Risk Index by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, considered 18 natural disasters while making the list, and it looked at things like hurricanes and earthquakes and floods and heat waves. All the locations of all of them in the U.S., LA topped the list. It also found that some of the safest places in the country are also over on the East Coast, including Washington, D.C., the suburbs there, and areas near Boston. Coming up at the top of the hour, we get the latest in the COVID crisis. In fact, local hospitals on the brink of catastrophe. We'll have the latest coming up at the top of the hour at 1 o'clock. Right now, it's 12:55. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5. Here's Tim Greenwood.
It's a box truck with a broken axle. He's not going anywhere. 210 westbound, just past the 118. He is blocking the leftmost lane. Secluded on the west side, blocking all the lanes. 405 northbound at El Segundo. A couple dozen motorcycles riding as a group. Somebody hit some debris and all the motorcycles down. Several injuries. Take alert until at least 1 today as they work to clear this. The backup is huge, and it goes down past Hawthorne almost to Prairie, Western, one of these, or even just the 110 freeway is your friend. If you're north on the 405, take the 110 north, and then connect to the 10, go east or west, and land wherever you'd like to go. Southbound, some spectators flowing on the 405 from just past the 105 down past El Segundo, but no lanes blocked there, just filled up with people who are looking out the window. 605 southbound past Ramona, an injury crash, big rig and an SUV taking away the 2 rightmost lanes. 5 northbound at Lakewood Boulevard in Downey, 2 SUVs in a crash on the ramp. Next, traffic report 105. With more traffic reports more often, I'm Tim Greenwood in the Prime Choice Funding 24-hour traffic center, KNX 1070 News Radio.
If you were headed out to the beaches, we do have a high surf advisory in effect until Monday morning. This is for the LA County coastline, Catalina, and Santa Barbara Islands. It's going to be pretty nice out there for today if you like the cool weather. Mostly sunny, highs in the mid-60s for inland LA and Orange counties. Low 60s for the beaches. Overnight lows again in the 40s. And tomorrow, another cool, partly cloudy day in the morning, then becoming sunny in the afternoon. 60s again tomorrow. Right now, 64 in Arcadia. It is 65 in Garden Grove at 12:57.
Focusing on your health and your family's health has never been more important than right now. Hand sanitizer and wipes are flying off the shelves. But what about protecting the air you breathe from those airborne viruses? Hi, it's Dick Elton. IQAir has developed the affordable Autumn Series 5-in-1 personal air purifying system to do just that. The Autumn Series, winner of the Consumer Electronics Global Innovation Award, uses patented industry-leading hyper-HEPA filtration technology to remove 99% of airborne particulates, down to the smallest that exist. The portable Autumn Series delivers clean air directly to your breathing zone, and it can be set up on any flat surface. Your coffee table, the nightstand, desk, in your car, anywhere. IQAir uses state-of-the-art Swiss engineering to create the highest quality products on the market to keep your family safe. Keep the air your family breathes safe and visit IQAir.com/US to learn more, or give a call to 800-500-4AIR to learn more. That's IQAir.com/US, 800-500-4247.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
So when I get those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real. And I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-966-3144. That's 800-966-3144. 800-966-3144.
Optima Tax relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Live from the Antello Burrow Smart Studio, Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station. KNX, KRTHF, and HD2, Los Angeles. KNX 1070 News Radio. Depend on us.
Coming up, a top local story, the Christmas COVID surge is here, and there are reasons that LA County leads the nation in coronavirus cases. Plus, busy establishments in Orange County making a lot of people nervous. Well, those stories and more coming up in 5 minutes. After CBS covers the world, it is 1 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Wendy Gillette in New York. A dozen Republican senators plan to object to the Electoral College results when Congress meets Wednesday to certify President-elect Joe Biden's win. CBS's Luigi Zhang. Critics say it's very clear that this is just a political move to get the president's support and to allow him to, continue this narrative to his supporters that he should have won the election. CBS correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
In their statement, the senators claim to be trying to restore faith in the democratic process to the claims of voter fraud. President Trump and his legal team have repeatedly been unable to provide any evidence of fraud. Several lawsuits that they filed in recent weeks challenging the election results.
The number of coronavirus cases in the U.S. now tops 20 million as a more contagious strain is detected in a third state. WFOR-TV's Jessica Vallejo reports from Miami. The new year brought in a new strain of COVID to Florida that was first identified in the UK. Neil Levine Cava near Miami-Dade County says the flu variant more contagious just tells us once again that this is not child's play. Finding variants is key to stopping new clusters, but the U.S. is doing only a fraction of the genetic sequencing needed. Then James Liu, president of Helix, a company helping to track the presence of this new strain.
There are probably other transplants. We're likely to be having some circulation of that in the community itself.
The rollout of coronavirus vaccines has been painstakingly slow. Only 3 million doses have been given thus far, instead of the planned 20 million. Dr. Amish Adalja is with the Bloomberg School of Public Health in Pittsburgh.
There needs to be federal coordination, federal leadership, because this hodgepodge network can't deliver vaccines at the pace that we need to put this pandemic behind us.
Vandals left behind a pig's head at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's home. K6 TV's Katie Nielsen reports from San Francisco.
The majority of the vandalism has already been cleaned up. Black spray-painted graffiti now covered by black garbage bags. Pelosi is currently in Washington, D.C. and was not home at the time this happened. Pelosi's neighbors say while they understand people are upset at what's going on in Washington, this type of vandalism doesn't help.
A terrible start to the new year when we're hoping for less anger and hatred than we've had to deal with the last year.
If this does have something to do with stimulus checks, Nancy Pelosi has actually been pushing for another $2,000 stimulus check payment.
This is CBS News.
You can listen to CBS News Radio 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on radio.com or the radio.com app. Download it today.
They're pounding on the door. They're calling on the phone. It's bug collectors. It's those credit cards you ran up trying to start your business. Now you found out that DBA hurts the family and brings the pain home.
Do you remember hearing these commercials on radio? For over 40 years, Ray